Okay. I think we are live. Time to get back into some Final Fantasy V. The fifth Final Fantasy. The fifth last fantasy. Hello, ZP. Welcome to Chatland. Character is Butts. Let's go. Hopefully the audio mix is A-okay. Time to continue. I've got my first job, my blue mage. Got my black mage. Mystic Knight, my podcast email this week is a doozy. Yeah, I didn't read all of it yet, but it seemed like it was a doozy. I like being surprised by the podcast emails on the spot, which is probably not the way you're supposed to do things, but that's fine. Okay, everyone's got learning. Cool. Make sure everyone's equipped. You still have a method. I need to get you a whip. How do I feel about asparagus? I like the taste of asparagus. I don't like what asparagus does to my body. Makes your pee smell gross, and I don't like that. It's not really asparagus' fault, and if you cook asparagus right, it tastes delicious, but unfortunately I can't get over the whole make your pee smell like trash thing. Then you're gonna love my email. Great. Glad to hear it. Okay, let's continue. I don't believe there's any spot I can buy a whip until I get to one of the later towns. Now, I think I do have enough equipment now that I can actually, like, start farming some good blue magic and stuff. Or at least shortly. Definitely after the Earth Crystal, I can do that. Let's take these things out, get that experience. That sweet, sweet experience that lives inside of them. Yeah, I am probably noticeably behind my podcast co-conspirators in FF5 at this point, because I've been saving all of my playing for streams, so that's made me fall behind. But I've played this game a lot. I could obviously record without necessarily replaying all of it. I had to play through this game like 6-7 times just to get ready for my speedrun attempt that I did for the Community Endurance Run a few years ago. But it's such a good game. It's a really nice game for like the PS Vita and stuff like that. It is the game that kind of prompted my article about playing Vita stuff. Okay. When do I want to record the next episode of this hot nonsense? Probably in 2 weekends. Let's see. Can I survive against sand boils and sand killer? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not instantly down. Okay, I can survive against these. Cut this thing up. There we go, some experience. Yeah, I think 2 weeks is probably fine. Because this week's going to be Kentucky Route Zero. I need to do something before I do this section, right? Oh no, Sandbear. Let's just Doom Claw you. What is your favorite NBA storyline? Mine is Ja taking the Grizzlies. Yeah, I think mine is definitely Zion coming back. I think he's just the most fun player to watch right now. His first game was lunacy. It was bedlam. And I'm always up for bedlam. I don't think he's going to hit 4 for 4 from 3 again in his career. But it was really cool to see that happen his first try. You know, he scored 17 points in 4 minutes. And Ja is way more skilled than he has any right to be, considering how athletic he is. It's not fair. You should have to choose. Like, you should either be Mark Jackson, you can barely jump, but you're skilled as hell, or you're Derrick Rose, and you can leap like crazy. You can't be both. Karnak, Sand Tides, Town of Ruin. Floating. Okay. Right. Sid and Mid need to ring a bell or something and let me get into the Sand Tides. But while I'm here, let me heal up my party. Cool. Oh, can I just talk to them and they'll... Do I have to talk to them first? Ja is 6'3" and he guards like he's 6'9". It's great. And 6'3" used to be tall for a point guard. Now, it's a lot of 6'6" point guards. It's insane. But yeah, he's crazy long. He can finish with both hands already. He's already doing stutter step, manipulate the defense sort of stuff that he has no right doing at this age. Ain't fair. Is the audio balance okay, by the way? I'm not too loud. The background music's not too quiet. Audio's good. Okay. Yeah, I think Ja is probably one of the fun... He's probably going to win the Rookie of the Year. The fact that you didn't choose Ja for Rookie of the Year when you were not picking Zion is just going to look very laughable. I just thought Zion would be back 2 months ago. And I think if he was back 2 months ago, I don't think it would even be a question. He might still win it, but Ja is good enough that it should be a conversation at least. It's got to be really disconcerting if you're Brandon Ingram that you've spent, 3 or 4 years now getting better, like you're a borderline all-star now. You finally work your way up to where you're the best player on a team that's maybe going to make the playoffs. And then a rookie comes back and immediately upstages you. And you're just the second best player on your team again. He tries so hard. Benjamin, he is having a really, really good year. It's not his fault. Just Zion's a freak of nature. Brandon Ingram is a regular freak of nature. He's just a normal, very tall, very long guy. Zion, you don't get 6'6" bowling balls like him very often. Though Brandon Ingram's got like KD proportions, and still he's not that physically dominant when compared to a guy on his own team. Oh, cool, soft. It's a good item to have. I should probably move my blue mages to the back row. Probably don't need 2 blue mages also at this point. Probably make 1 more sorcerer. Just to up my damage output and my defense. But hey, I like having my characters learning new abilities. Maximize the chance of me getting new blue magic. So knowing what you know about Ja at this point, would you take Ja or Zion to start a team, like if you had a choice? Because Ja might be the most athletic, skilled point guard for his age. Like, he's already doing stuff in year 1 that it took De'Aaron Fox 3 years to learn. And he's already longer and taller. Okay, don't give up. Right, they build a bridge. Okay, let's save. Some teams need Zion's big man dominance, others do not. That's the thing, I have no idea what Zion's gonna be. He's just such a physical standout athlete. No one has his proportions. No one has his explosiveness. He's like 40 pounds heavier than all the other players who profile like him in terms of athleticism. So there's really no precedent for him. Ja Morant, I can at least kind of have some comps. Derrick Rose, he's not quite as explosive or quick or tall as someone like Russell Westbrook, but like he profiles as an all-star or an MVP candidate. But Zion, if he hits his ceiling, might just be like the most dominant player in the NBA for, you know, a decade. Or he could blow out his knee and not be good at all. If you're asking me as a Kings fan, I would take Zion and send off Bielitsa and Dedmon. Well, if you take Ja, you can trade for Buddy or Fox and get a King's ransom. Yeah. I mean, you can't trade for Zion. Or Ja. I don't think you can trade for either of them. I'm just going to look up what the Sandworm is weak to. Can I use FF5 Sandworm? Can I use one of my capture items on it? Can't attack the holes. Alright. What are your status vulnerabilities? Status effects. Okay, it is immune to a bunch of stuff. That's annoying. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't doom it. I can't control it. I can't use Doom Claw. Oh, but what are you weak against? I think you're weak against water? Water or ice? Because I do have Magic Sword. Elemental weaknesses. Really nothing? Aqua Breath would. If I... Okay, I didn't learn Aqua Breath, and I don't have Water Scrolls. Okay. There's no easy way for me to kill this guy. I'm just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. try Doonclaw? I don't think it'll work. Yeah, I can't Doonclaw it. Oh no, it moved. What a dick. Hold still, please. Stop moving. Hold still. Good. Knowing the Kings, they would have drafted Cam Reddish or Cameron Johnson with a top 5 pick. Yep. That's a fair guess. Fair to assume that the Kings would make the wrong choice. I don't think I can level 5 Doom you, right? Good Moon Flute. Go question mark, guys. And that sets my HP. Just does 60 to everything. What does this do? Oh, that's cool. It's gonna move. Got it. Another storyline this season, Markelle Fultz looks good. He does. Stop moving. I'm gonna lose this battle. But now I remember how to do it. So that's good. Okay. Alright, gotta put my blue mages in the back, use question mark on this thing, and then I need to just try to keep my HP up. Simple enough. I could try to learn Aqua Breath, like go up to the area where the Chimera is. But then I need to survive the battle and actually kill a Chimera, which is just not a good proposition. My characters are too low level. Okay, blue mages to the back. Let's drink up. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. Let's just tent up. I guess I understand why Philly traded Markelle Fultz just to get off of his contract and free up some space for free agents, but I don't think that it makes a lot of sense to give up on a guy that young who's that talented physically. Did you see Markelle Fultz cross up LeBron and score a triple-double on the Lakers? I did. Like, he's a totally serviceable player right now. I think he's an average starter with potential to be even better. There are plenty of point guards who come into the NBA who can't shoot. Like, Ja Morant can't shoot. So it's a shame that you drafted Markelle Fultz with the promise that he would be able to shoot, and he can't. Like, that's a disappointment on your expectations. But if you had drafted a point guard as skilled as Ja Morant, or as Markelle Fultz, as athletic, as good on defense, and he couldn't shoot, like, that wouldn't be a deal breaker. So I just kind of don't get giving up on him. Even if you're trying to win a championship, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me to give up on a guy that young and that talented. Yeah, when question mark deals a bunch of damage. But I know it can. Oh, right, it's the difference between my starting HP and my current HP. That's what that does. So it's going to get stronger the weaker my characters become. You fool. You're hastening your own demise. Stop moving. Stop making my auto mod you. Oh, don't move. Okay, good. Stop slowly killing my characters, please. And also hold still, please. Okay. I can try to revive one of my other characters, or I can just try to kill this guy. I choose to believe that you're close to death. I lose. Alright, that was much more successful, though. How much HP do you have? You have 3,000 HP. And are you weak to any status effects that I have? Can't blind you. Can't poison you. Yeah, water is the only sneaky way to do it, and I don't have access to ninjas. I guess I could give water... I could give blue magic to Bart's here, and then let him go with the question mark, attack pattern 2. That would actually probably be the safest route, so let's give you blue magic. Let's give you blue magic. Let's move everyone to the back row. Then let's tent up. It turns out the 5 isn't a big issue for the Lakers as we thought. JaVale is doing great. And Dwight is a good bench player. Yeah, turns out if you put a bunch of players who are damn professionals and Dwight on the same team, and JaVale, like, I think both of those guys have proven to be good players when they're on teams that are professional and bad players when they are teams that are not professional. They will not raise the ceiling of a team, but they will not necessarily lower it. And so having them on a team with strong leadership, they just kind of blend in. They're fine. It would be a problem if they were the best players on the team, but they're not. Though I miss Clown JaVale. Attack this thing. Quicksand. Okay, cool. I think you can actually use Gob Punch and deal decent damage. Yeah, okay, cool. Sword. Continue. Gob Punch. Actually, let's see how much Gob Punch does from... Okay, that's good. Yep, that's a good amount of damage. So, Ferris and Rena will use question mark. Ah, don't move. Okay, cool. Orlando, Dwight was a two-way monster. He was. He just hasn't been anywhere since then. Stop moving. Sure. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That should at least deal a lot of damage. Ugh. That was a mistake. I misclicked. Aw, boo. I was used to him being in a specific spot. I was used to using these attacks with blue mages, and their command is always in the same spot. So having other characters who have it in a different spot screwed me up. Just stop moving. I hate that it can move after you've inputted your attacks. I assume you're moving. Yeah. Use that shield. What? Why did that attack fail? Get him. Magic barrier, but that won't matter. I might kill it if I get another turn to attack here. I don't know that I will. I won't. Okay. This time I just need to not misclick and free my stupid dragon. Kemba Walker's a really good teammate. He's making Danny H's roster of nothing but small forwards work. He totally does. And oops all small forwards is not necessarily the worst way to configure your team in the modern NBA. Having a bunch of guys who are tall enough to rebound, tall enough to pass, shoot, and are all skilled enough to play make. They can defend and switch everything. You don't need to specialize if everyone's skilled. Okay, let's do that again. So, blue magic. Blue magic. Move everyone to the back. Tent up. It's a shame I don't have White Wind or any sort of healing magics right now. That would make this a lot easier. You say that, but that Gordon Hayward contract still isn't a great look. I mean, it's a bad look because he broke his leg. Like, there's not much you can do about that. You can't plan for dudes to shatter their legs. He's at least playing well now. I can't really fault a team for giving a guy a contract that he totally deserved until he shattered his leg in the first game that he played for them. God punch. Whap, whap, whap. God punch. Whap, whap, whap. God Punch actually does more damage than their regular physical attacks. Oh no, fucking again? Ah. Idiot. Did one of the demis not work somehow? Okay, cool. At least now I'm doing 250 damage per attack with him. Cool, we'll stay in the same place. Pays me to say this. Don't catch, no. Pains me to say this, but this is the most fun I've had watching a Celtics team. I'm just happy Kemba Walker's playing worthwhile basketball. Yeah, it's nice seeing Kemba actually play for a team that's gonna do something in the playoffs, probably. Just getting away from Michael Jordan seems like a good move for everyone. It's a shame that Michael Jordan's a bad owner. I think the league would be more fun if he was a good owner. Yep, quicksand. Oh, knocked in claw. Got punch. Whap, whap, whap. Don't move. That jerk. 8 years in Charlotte were awful. I still wish that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist figured it out. Like, he seems like such a good guy, and he had all the heart. Just couldn't shoot. And that's kind of the one skill you have to play small forward in the modern NBA, is the ability to shoot. Like, you can guard people as tough as you want, but if you can't shoot worth a lick, who cares? Still good. Again. Fight him. No. Ugh. Tonic, please. Damn it. Yeah, got him. One of the most broken shots in the NBA. Yeah, it's really bad to look at. Okay. Hooray, good work, everyone. I need to heal everyone. You'd think that he would have been able to work that hitch out of his shot after this many years. Working with professionals and stuff like that, you know? Let's save. Gotta go heal everyone. Head back to the library. There we go. Makes me wonder how much just natural talent or mechanics there is in shooting, because it seems like such a learned skill, but there are some guys who, despite years of practice with professional coaches, with professional trainers, and with just great workout routines, they just never figure it out. And even if you can't shoot, like, why wouldn't you, I don't know, try with your left hand? We were all, or many of us were gifted with 2 chances to learn how to shoot, once with each hand, and it seems like very few players actually try that, you know? if you're bad enough with one hand and your mechanics are too messed up because of an injury or something like that, it's just going to extend your career so much to learn how to shoot. And for a guy who really was drafted off of his work ethic more than anything else, seeing Michael Kidd-Gilchrist not take that step, it's just a shame. And if you don't do it, you don't do it. But at least you want to see someone try. Okay, let's give everyone learning again. Learning. And let's move the knife boys to the front row. Actually, I think everyone should just be in the... Oh, right, they don't have blue magic anymore. They should all be in the back row with blue magic, but they don't have blue magic. Just for boss fights. So are you still enjoying Final Fantasy V? How's your experience with this game being? I would hope so. I think it's one of the better Final Fantasies. Escape. I have no reason to even kill you, Landward. I like this game, but I wish the jobs did not require you to play the game as much as it does. They don't actually require you to play the game that much. They do if you want to absolutely break the game. Which you don't need to beat it. Oh no, a sand bear. Let's go ahead and Doom Claw. Whap. Get dead. Give him the squeeze. Like, you don't need dual cast. You don't need rapid shot, rapid fire. Wish the jobs were a traditional job tree with more agency and visibility to the player. I suppose, but they didn't really do... Like, trees were not really a thing at this stage of RPG development. Skill trees or other. You've got quicksand too. Let's just run. I see no reason to fight these fools. I do wish I had a job that had the ability to teach escape. Like ninja would have just been great. In CRPGs, yes. For JRPGs, I'll defer to your judgment. Yeah, I mean, CRPGs are all skill trees. It's skill trees, the genre. Get me out of here. Run. Please. Please let me escape. Cool. Escape. Oh, cool. It ran from me. I mean, yeah. I'm really threatening. Watch out. So back to basketball next season. If they do not trade Deadman, the Kings will still be... $51 million under the cap. Yeah, they're going to have some cap space, but they still need to re-sign De'Aaron Fox, and they've got to hopefully get a real like a 2-guard who's going to stay with them. More, a majority of which will be needed to extend Fox and Bagley. Yep. Man, extending Bagley, you can't get rid of him. He's still okay. But boy, is he disappointing every time I look at him. But he has been extended, yeah. Bagley's so just okay. And you could have had the fifth best player in the NBA. His feet are made of glass. Yep. His feet are made of glass. He's an above average athlete. He can finish everything. He plays really hard. He shoots. I probably like him better than DeAndre Ayton. So at least you dodged that bullet. But you didn't have to dodge any bullets. You could have just taken a good player. Okay, now... time to hit the triggers. King Tycoon. Sneaky, sneaky. Yep, you could add Trae Young too. Yeah, like, of all of the choices you could have made, Bagley, he wasn't the worst choice. I think that the Suns made the worst choice. But Bagley is just, it's just an old basketball way of thinking. I'm going to take this tall, athletic guy because tall, athletic people are harder to find than skilled, short guys. But it turns out they aren't. I love this part. Galoof has to get himself to everyone else. Where's Galoof? We'll probably find him later. Let's leave him. No! Don't leave me. Wait just a darn minute. You just gonna leave me? Okay, now we gotta teleport. I'm pretty sure there's a save point before I get to the next big thing. Rashawn Holmes was a most improved candidate until he got hurt. He wasn't going to beat Brandon Ingram or Devontae Graham, I don't think. I feel pretty good about my Jonathan Isaac prediction, though. He was a defensive player, or like a first-team all-defense candidate, first, second team, until he got hurt. Rashad Holmes is pretty good, but it's weird seeing a guy whose number one skill seems to be like weird floaters being a very valuable player for a team. Usually it requires players who are good at, you know, three-point shots, or they're extremely athletic and they figure some stuff out to get most improved player. But a guy who's like, I figured out how to do weird push shots, that's what's going to get me the most improved player award. It's just odd. Yes, push the switch. This is one of the most ridiculous plot twists in this entire game. You push a button, they just happen to fly to the Black Chocobo Forest, and it opens a hole directly underneath them. We need these two characters to advance the plot. Let's just give them a button that advances the plot? Oh, good. Yes, rest up. Alright, cool. Get these items. Push switch. Check flowers middle room. I don't know that I ever actually got these treasure chests. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, 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 flowers. Paper, room on right. Made you look. Yeah. Got a real good looker here. Check the urn. Frog. A book. Go down 6, right 4, and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull the switch. Shuriken. Another shuriken. And mini. Speaking of bad, broken shots, remember when the bench center position for the Lakers came down to Dwight and Joakim Noah? Good times. Yeah. They dodged a bullet on that one. Is Joakim Noah out of the NBA now? I think he is. Man. Tom Thibodeau ruined that man's career. I'd be pretty livid if I was Joakim Noah after the Bulls debacle, where they just kept running into the brick wall that was the Miami Heat. And then your body's just so broken, and Tom Thibodeau goes on to have another coaching career where he almost ruins another young pair of superstars. Well, I guess not pair. It's just Karl Anthony Towns. Andrew Wiggins is pretty definitively not good or a superstar. This is the fire ship, right? Fire ship. Was it Tibbs that ruined him or the Knicks? It was clearly Tibbs. He was a broken man when he got to the Knicks. Time to get the airship. Also, don't forget, they lost to Pete 76ers in the first round. Yeah, I mean, they broke down that team year after year. There's got to be a story to be written about the Tom Thibodeau Bulls, because there were the multiple Derrick Rose injuries, Joakim Noah's knees, Luol Deng like getting hospitalized. Literally hospitalized. Like, did he play with meningitis or something? I remember him needing an injection into his spinal column. Like, he was almost gonna die. sail, and now we gotta fight crab monster or something. I think this next thing is weak against electricity? There's a monster stuck on the hull. Clay claw. I think this thing is like a crayfish in the proper translation. FF5. Cray claw. Okay, what are you weak against? Weak to lightning. 2000 HP, and what status effects are you weak to? You are weak to poison. I can't fraction it. Can I stone you? Petrify. It is not immune to petrify. Cool. I could poison it. I do not have petrify yet. Okay, so bolt 2 it is. Just gotta stab it with an electrified sword. And what level are you? Can I level 5 doom you? What is your level? Stats. Level 43. Nope. Can't doom him. Oh, but can I blind it? Are you weak to blind? I can blind it. Okay. Flash. Blind him. Fight. 0 damage. 600 damage. That's more like it. Let's gob punch you. And then let's question mark, question mark, question mark. Tail screwing the character who cannot take more damage. Punch. Blue magic. Nothing but question marks. Stab it again. I think that'll kill it. Yeah, got there. Gloof learned control. Nice. It's a good one. I hate how Jimmy Butler is the one who finally defeated Tibbs. Yeah, in a way. He was just like, fuck this, fuck these people. And he went to the team that is most receptive to an asshole who's just gonna kind of call out everyone who's not pulling their fucking weight. Kind of the one team that I think tolerates it the most in the Miami Heat. That team actively loves jerks who are gonna come in and tell people what's what. Okay, got the airship. You get the airship pretty early in Final Fantasy V. All that's left is the Earth Crystal. Let's go. They give you a ship, then a drake, then the fire ship, and then they take the fire ship away from you, give you a black chocobo, and then they give you an airship in like 2 hours. Jimmy Butler also seems happy for the first time in his NBA career. He does. I think he was happy in Chicago, but this is the happiest he's been in 3 years, very clearly. And I'm glad I can just appreciate how good he is, because he is one of the best players in the NBA. Though I did really appreciate how much he embarrassed Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. But it was for a very different reason. I'm not happy about the All-Star starting rosters. It's All-Star starting rosters. Like, it really doesn't matter. Super doesn't. Okay, let's go to this town and buy some better weapons. Let's go to the pub and learn the piano a little bit better. What up, girls? Dance, dance. Dance, dance. You too. Dance, dance. Everyone watching at home. ZP, I expect you to be jumping and spinning. One more time. You can't see it right now, but that's what I'm doing. What a fun little thing to program into the game. Cat actually got better as a result of being called out. Wiggins, I don't know, man, what happened. Turns out he's above average athletically. Very strong. But just has really bad shot selection and doesn't do anything else for you. You can't just be good at getting empty points. And that's pretty much all Andrew Wiggins gives you is empty points. How many cornucopia? I got 3 of those, 6 softs, 4 maiden kiss. Okay. Can I get break here? Buy, cure, muddle, protect. Nope. No spells I can even cast. I really wanted Andrew Wiggins to be good. It'd be more fun if he was good. Cleaver, Coral Sword, Mage Slasher, Katana. Let's get 3 of these. Let's equip everyone. I'm trying to find a good whip, and I think I can get a whip from the cave that's just up ahead. Coral Sword. Coral Sword. Coral Sword. Then I can sell these Mithril Swords. Sell these Mithril Swords. Sell this ice bow, because I'm never going to be able to use it. If Andrew Wiggins could just shoot an above average percentage on 3s, I think he'd be fine. Like, he'd be a starter that I would feel pretty good about. But he just refuses to get good enough at it. I don't know. Let's get the Beret. It's a combination of him not getting better at it and then also just not taking the shots, taking the good shots. Oh crap, I already had poet robes. That's what I get for not looking at my inventory. Sell this silk robe, sell these 2 poet robes. Sell this hat. Sell these shuriken. They're not even worth selling. Carmelo Anthony got more all-star votes than Kat and Rudy Gobert. Yeah, because fans are idiots. They just go off of the name. If a player was successful 10 years ago, they still vote for them. Kobe Bryant was getting all-star votes long after he was any good. Let's go to the North Cave. I believe I can get some good items in here. Nut Eater. Did you see Rudy Gobert yesterday? Just putting on a show? 5 AP for nothing. Nice. Just dunking on everyone. He is a lot of fun to watch. I'm afraid that he's going to be Roy Hibbert in 5 years. I hope he's not. I hope he takes care of himself. He learns a few more skills and can just adapt as the league continues to change. But he does not move that fluidly. And his number one skill is being tall and surprisingly quick for his size, and that's something that could go away. I hope that's not what happens. I hope that he stays with it and he's a useful player till the day he retires, but I don't know. Jordan Clarkson was good for the Jazz. He's okay. I don't like Jordan Clarkson. The downfall of Hibbert was multifaceted. It's totally true. Like, I hope that's not what happens. I hope that Rudy Gobert learns some skills, doesn't slow down that much, doesn't get out of shape. But I think it's in the realm of possibility that all of those things happen. And I hope that he avoids it. But Jordan Clarkson is just such an empty calories guy. Just all points. Not a lot of assisting, not a lot of setting other people up. Got punch. One of the primary reasons for his downfall was the new rule on verticality. Mitch made his number one tools becoming a foul. No, he was still Mr. Verticality. His verticality wasn't the problem. The league got more driving kick and more outside in, and he couldn't guard anyone on the perimeter even a little bit. And so Rudy Gobert at least can credibly stay in front of some guys when he gets switched onto someone. Doomclaw. Uh-oh. Let's run. Please don't murder me, Skull Eater. I'm sorry I trespassed in your domain. Let's not kill the Nut Eaters. I think killing the Nut Eaters makes the Skull Eater angry. I forget. Tent. I think there's a Bolt Whip in here. At least Rudy Gobert is a really good roll man. Like, he can catch alley-oops in a way that Hibbert couldn't. And that should hopefully extend his career a little bit. Like, he drives hard, he rolls hard, he catches everything, he finishes around the hoop. And he's a really good rebounder, which Roy Hibbert never really was. And he's also just a lot more nimble than Hibbert ever was. So I think all those things combined will make it pretty likely that he's A-okay into the future. But it's in play, I think, for the league to leave him behind. Shock Whip. Yep, there we go. Give him that Shock Whip. Like, if you look at Rudy Gobert and how good he is on defense, like, could Anthony Davis or Giannis Antetokounmpo or one of those guys just do what he does? if they limited themselves to not guarding the opposing team's best player and just kind of hanging out by the hoop. I think they could. They're just asked to do more than that. Remember when Hibbert was humiliated by the Hawks when they made him useless when they played 5 players who could shoot threes? Yes, I do. That was the thing that ended his career. The Hawks ended his career. And that's one of the reasons why Rudy Gobert, as Defensive Player of the Year for multiple years now, is kind of a problem, because he also, when he plays against teams like the Warriors or the Rockets, just can't play. It's hard to have your best defensive player in the entire league be a guy who can just be run out of the gym by teams with the correct configuration, right? It's nice to go at a leisurely pace in this game. I've not, as you can see from my saved games from before, with like 9 hours and stuff like that, I've not played this game in a leisurely pace in a good long time. I'm still going pretty quickly, but nowhere near when I was speedrunning it. Away from the Skull Eater. Alright, but not a lot of bigs do especially well guarding on the perimeter. That's true, and that's why when it's winning time, usually the bigs can't play more than like 10 minutes or 20 minutes a game. Oh no. Please don't. Spare me. Why put a magnifying glass on Gobert when the same applies to Jokic? Yeah, but Jokic isn't even good on defense when his team puts him in a position to play like Rudy Gobert does. That's the big thing with him. Like, even if you played him the way that Rudy Gobert... When Rudy Gobert is able to play the way he wants to play, he's the most impactful defensive player in the NBA. When Jokic is allowed to play the way he plays, he's bad on defense. I just worry about players who, based on the opposing team's configuration and their skill set, just can't be on the floor. Hibbert always struggled to contribute defensively. Yeah, he totally did, and that's why I hope that what happened to Hibbert does not happen to Gobert. But Hibbert was like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He was professionally 7'3". But I think that Gobert should at least avoid that fate because he's so much more athletic than Hibbert was. He's in better shape. He's able to do multiple things on the floor. At no point is Hibbert going to get 0.0 rebounds and 4 fouls in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Aw, don't murder my... fucking Skull Eater. I don't want to use Phoenix Downs here because they're expensive. But I do think it's actually in play that Rudy would get 0.0 rebounds against certain teams just because he's played off the floor. Stop. Stop. Stop, Skull Eater. Let me leave. Like, Gobert was played off the floor. He's like, fucking come on. He was played off the floor against the Rockets. I think, was it last season or the season before? Let me try this one more time, and if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna go grab something to drink and come back. 'Cause I've been talking for a while. Don't want to spend my Phoenix Downs on these frickin' guys. Stop killing me! Got to run away from the squirrel, 'cause it's gonna eat my head. It noms on my skull, and my characters all die. Please don't kill me, squirrel. Let me leave. Thank you. Dude, that's because the Jazz last year were just Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and a whole lot of nothing. That's not true. Like, if your best player can't play against certain teams, it's a problem. Like, the best players in the league are the best players in the league because they can play against anyone. Please, not a Skull Eater. Or if it is a Skull Eater, let him run away. Cool. Like, if you're going to have a player on your team who's your entire team is engineered around them, and they just can't play against certain teams, it's a real issue. Like, he's your max player. Donovan Mitchell is your best offensive player, but Gobert is their best player, and it's going to be a recurring problem, I think. Roy Hibbert is now a player development coach for the 76ers. What does he help them develop at? I guess Roy Hibbert probably went through more skill development coaching than most players. So I can see that. And he's also a pretty bright guy, like good communicator. I could completely believe that he's a player development coach. That sounds like a good fit. Okay, now it's time to get the broken abilities for my blue mages. So, if I remember correctly, it's over here? That the black sparks are? Now, where do I get level 2 old? Oh, Bioshielders. Fight. Yeah, Shock Whip. Oh boy. They were not joking about the bio part of the bio soldier, huh? Oh, did I save? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna run away. Okay. That was rough. Okay, good. Gotta go heal my party again. Fuck. I'm almost certain that Pete does not know that Roy Hibbert is a player development coach now. Alright, I'm just gonna go grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Let's put the controller down for a second. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Time to just see where I can... There's 2 blue magics I definitely want. FF5. Black. Blue magic. Blue magic. Okay. Where do I fight? Don't want Aqua Rake. Don't want Flash. Don't want Death Claw. Or I already have it, I should say. Oh, I can actually get Arrow. That's a blue magic. Goblin Punch. Dark Shock. Dark Spark. Black Flame. Where are you? Black Flame. Okay, by the Crescent Island. And where else? Okay, it says that I can fight this thing on the Crescent Island. So that would be a nice blue magic to get. Oh, do not want to fight these guys. Get me the heck out of here. I mean, at least in Jokic's case, he's a top 5 playmaker and that does a lot to forgive his defensive weaknesses. Yep. And offense is more important than defense, so that helps him a bunch. Like, if you can be an offensive fulcrum, it kind of doesn't matter how bad you are on defense, as Isaiah Thomas has taught us. Dark Spark, Black Flame. Where's his story? Where is this magical island of his story? Northwest part of the world map. How do you get the world map in this game? That's the question. Do you remember what the world map button is? This place? Oh, I think it's this place. Okay. Yep, Easterly Village. Yep. Saw the Nuggets versus Mavs game. Jokic plus Luka equals the Super Dough Bros. Luka's not that fat. Come on. Jokic is he needs to go to the gym more often. But Luka's fine. You leave him alone. He's 19. Jokic has been in the NBA for what? Like 5-6 years now? Get there, and then there's a frog in the hole. And I think that gets me the toad spell. Yep. He's obviously been eating that Texas barbecue. Yep. Ooh.
Fresh out the oven.
Dope. I got food.
And they started making it the bowl, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't realize it was to go.
Oh.
So it's kind of a hodgepodge situation right now.
Okay. Thank you. I got food. All these spells I can't use. It's always funny when they have those little bumpers about,
It all goes down the same.
Mm-hmm. Nope, no back attack, please. Well, I got hit by Black Shock, so... should see if I can at least win this fight. Can I Doomclaw these things? Yes. Down goes one. Let's try to take out the next one. Doomclaw. Are you immune to Doomclaw? Doomclaw. You're not. Best center of the 2020s is... yeah, that's going to be a very interesting conversation. Well, I'm just going to hopefully learn this ability. And if I'm able to learn Black Spark, I think that's going to be where I stop for the day. Because I gotta eat. I just got food. And I gotta prep for a podcast. In like 15-20 minutes, so. Got in some FF5 though. Gotta catch back up, and I should be at our stopping point by next week. Hey, got him. Learned Black Shock. Great. Excellent. Okay. So my steps to making this configuration work, one step closer. Thanks everyone for watching. I will be peacing out for the time being. Have a good weekend. Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.